Yes, sir. You know what we got to do at the top. Hone it in. MIC Podcast, man, episode 120. Shout out to that, man, 120, where everyone is a master of their own creation. Today, man, I got a really dope artist, a really dope guy. Fuck that. You know, we got Mistr Vibrations in the building. Mistr Vibes, what's going on, man?
What's good, my boy?
I'm chilling, man. Good to see you, brother.
Great to see you.
You know, long time coming.
Seriously.
For real.
I was actually extremely excited the whole time. At least the past 2 hours, I was like, because I had a homie over. Right. We're making music, and then he dipped. And I was like, wow, I did not expect to have this much time myself for the podcast.
Yeah.
I just want it to happen. Right?
Yeah. No. Facts, man. And it's super, cool to have you. For those who may not know, we did have your sister on at one point. Shout out to Hannah Daisy. You know what I mean? That was a great episode.
It was a great
one
episode.
of like the first we shot in the new spot. You know, like she was like one like the first we had here. So yeah, for sure. So I mean, like, it's just crazy how many episodes before we finally, we checked in with you.
I actually peeped the evolution.
Yeah,
it might have been yesterday or 2 days ago.
Yeah,
I scrolled all the way to the bottom. I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, you're probably just curious or something.
There was it was just a process.
Yeah, no.
And I saw the evolution of the backgrounds.
Your dog, yeah.
And I was like, this is so sick.
It's wild, bro.
Yeah.
And that's what we hope to do, just with the podcast as a whole. Like, obviously, like, you see the evolution, like, within this, but just within like the people that we have on, man. Like, if you in like 5 years of like
I
you
know.
scroll through that page, this is
like,
yo,
this is a gold, a pot of gold.
No,
brother.
you feel me? So
yeah, the names that exist in your catalog right now is a beautiful thing to see. And I also love that you guys spice it up. Well, it's interesting because I stopped myself from explaining it this way to somebody who I was talking to about this.
Okay.
Because I was like, they spice it up with different types of people. It's not just music, but I was like, honestly, they're all creative.
Yeah,
in the sense of
facts.
like creating something
literally
for themselves.
A master of their own creation, bro.
Literally. And it came full circle for me in that moment.
Yeah.
As I was thinking, I'm like, wow, this is really perfect for exactly what you guys are establishing
we got,
in this area.
All praise to
that
this man
true.
right here. You know what I mean? This is his brainchild, man. So it's gonna be good, man, to just again, just for people who may not know, just get a better idea of your story, like where you come from, and just like really just like what you do, with your art, man. So hopping into it, bro. I know you're originally from Jersey, right? That's kind of like where you started off, and then like we're bounced around, but before you made your way to Pittsburgh, bro. So I just want to know from like your perspective, man. Like, how was that like for you? Like, moving around like that, and like just kind of give us the trail of how you eventually ended up in the Burgh.
Yeah. So honestly, like, it's like bits and pieces that I do remember. It's not really.
It
was like
what
kind
you
of
can
a
recall,
blur, especially living in New Jersey. But what's interesting is like I've been like reconnecting with my family on a deeper level lately, and at least in this year.
Sure.
And I spoke to my uncle, who I spent a lot of time with out there, and he was always like the cooler uncle.
Right.
He listened to rap.
Yeah.
And I just dove into it. I'm like, what did you play me? Like, what was I in the car for? Because he told me that he was like, he would love taking me and driving me to like the grocery store. He had just got his license, so it was like cool to bring his nephew. He's 16 years old.
You want to know what that was? But you know what that was early, right?
Like, get the kid out. Just bouncing
it's because he's not mine. He's my
kid.
brother's kid, but I take care of him. So it's like, oh my God, you do. You're so caring. I didn't know that you looked after your nephew like this. He's like, yeah,
I mean, to me, I suckered it in. I'm like, that was so sweet.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
No,
that's so great to hear. But no,
like,
so, and he's like, I would just like play this. This is the raps that I would play for you, like Jizza and all of Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah.
And listening to that now, because like music was something I discovered, but like I decided to pursue way later.
Sure, yeah, right.
Which is kind of jumping ahead.
Yeah, no,
but,
you're good.
Yeah, in New Jersey, that was like my influences. So like early on, when we did move to Pennsylvania, I started to like delve into all that.
Copy, yeah.
First, it was like skateboarding.
Yeah, right.
I couple all this into that.
Well, go ahead.
Music
Yeah.
and skating and just
all that like kind of counterculture. Yeah.
Bro.
Facts. Like they all feed off like the same, like kind of like foundation, like or energy.
Right.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, so, and then I eventually did, like, vocalize to my parents, my dad, that, like, I saw the NSYNC album artwork, I was like, I want to be this guy, Dad. Like,
Yeah.
I need to go get my hair done.
Facts. Yeah. Whatever JT was doing at that
Bro,
time.
I was like,
Let me
this
rock.
is it for me,
Yeah,
Dad.
facts.
6-year-old me was hype. I'm like, this is what I want to be.
Yeah.
And he was like, that's not. Never going to
No,
be. He's
we're
like,
not
that's
doing
how
that.
you get disowned.
Yeah.
And I'm 6 years old hearing
That's
this.
crazy.
So obviously I'm listening to my dad. I'm
Yeah,
like,
no,
all
of
right,
course.
I'm
Like, I
not
guess a
doing that.
6-year-old, like,
Yeah,
I want
so-
you to disown me.
Right, bro. I was like, I guess I can't be as cool as I want to be.
Yeah, right.
That's how I translate it.
No, I mean, but like as
But-
a 6-year-old, that's pretty much all that means to you at that time.
Right.
It's like I can't do what I want to do.
Yeah. I'm like,
Essentially.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whatever that instituted into.
Yeah.
for the
No.
next
Right. Yeah.
X
Facts.
amount of years till I was 25.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Well,
But I was
unpack
in
that,
chorus. At least
Okay.
I was allowed to go that route with it.
man. Okay. Yeah. Right.
But at that point, I was already kind of in this mindset of like, what do I need to do to please my dad?
type
Like,
shit.
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
No. I mean,
And like,
yeah, right.
and like, who can I hang out with? And it was also like a popularity thing. Like, I was a sucker
Sure.
for trying to be part of the cool.
Yeah, right.
anything.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm interested. You know what I mean? I'm like,
sounds.
yeah, that's
Bring
sick.
me more information about that.
I
yeah.
agree
Right. Yeah.
with everyone showing attention to this. I fucking agree with that.
Yeah.
Let's-
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's mad funny.
So, yeah, the people who were making music, like trying, at least that I knew of, that were like trying to go to ID Labs before it was ID Labs.
Yeah. Right.
And record music were like not the best examples.
Sure.
If
Yeah.
I tried to tell my
Sure,
mom,
Yeah, right.
hey,
Like,
I'm
you
trying to
want
hang out with Be
Yeah,
Real
yeah.
because he's making,
Be
like,
real,
literally,
right,
like,
yeah, right.
yeah, because he's making music,
hilarious.
and she would pull up to whatever. And she's
Yeah.
like,
Right.
My mom
Be
was the type.
who? Like, yeah.
Yeah. She's a sweet lady, the nicest lady I'll ever meet in my entire life. But she's like
No, bro.
real
it's-
sensitive to the outside world.
It's
Like,
immigrant
we're not driving
parents,
at
bro.
night,
Yeah,
you
bro.
know what I
It's
mean?
immigrant parent. Like, bro, I have immigrant parents, bro. Like, I'm Nigerian,
yeah.
so it's just like,
Oh,
bro.
wow.
I mean, I get you,
I can
bro.
only
Like,
imagine, bro.
like, you know,
Can
like
only
you have to
imagine,
sneak
bro.
it. Yeah, but bro, even just to even like to your point, bro. My first iPod, man, like all the songs I had on there were clean. And it was hip hop songs. So
Mhm.
like just even before I got my iPod, like my mom ain't really let me listen to rap like that because obviously it was just she didn't like the content, she didn't like this, she didn't like that. So I'm like, all right, like, but obviously like you just said, the more you're told like, yo, you can't look at something, you can't do something, and I'm speaking like strictly as a kid, you're just like, well, nah, fuck that. Like
Right.
I'm gonna do exactly that. Like
I know.
you know
Well,
what I
I
mean?
was
Like,
just, yeah, it's interesting how it did actually happen because
Bro,
it's
right?
like I still kind of found friends
yeah, right.
that were in the same in similar situations. So we were all under the same like mindset. We're
Yeah,
like,
well, yeah,
all right,
yeah, facts.
let's-
Sharing the same
let's
experience.
kind of like front in
Mhm.
front of the parents.
Facts, yeah.
Get the approval for some
Yeah, right,
sleepovers.
yeah, and
Whose
then-
house can we sneak out
And
of?
then you pivot. Yeah, no,
yeah,
no,
so we
facts.
dabbled as much as we
Have
could.
to dabble,
It's
bro.
really interesting how that evolved.
No, bro.
I talk about I observe it as
Yeah.
I get older.
No,
And I'm like,
bro, it's
wow,
just,
the
like,
childhoods
I really
and how
have
that
to-
coin flips into like what that.
what you do as an
evolves
adult
as-
and just like how you perceive, and it's just is crazy,
Man.
bro. But bro, heavy on the front for the approval,
Right.
and then on the back end, you're pivoting, you're maneuvering how you want to
mean-
maneuver, bro. Like, bro,
mean, you know?
it's just what you got to do, bro. Because again, even like the iPod thing, again, whole bunch of clean songs, just in case my mom ever stumbled and decided to. You know what I mean? So she couldn't just, read me out for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, nah,
Yeah, man.
I get you, man. I get you. So like, what age did you end up heading to PA?
I was 6 or 7. I was
Oh,
trying to think
okay.
about this earlier.
Yeah, no.
I was talking to somebody else about it, but yeah, I feel like it was either first or second grade. I get confused
Okay,
because
yeah,
we
yeah. I
left.
mean, it's
we
pretty young.
left New Jersey, and we lived in Lebanon for a year.
Okay, yeah, right.
And I
That's
did
what
I did a grade there because I remember doing school there. Like
Sure.
I remember it.
Sure.
And then we came to Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And I was either in first or second grade.
Okay. So, but like it was
6,
it was young though. Like,
yeah.
bro, it's very funny because like I used to live in Jersey too, bro. It was for a year. And I was in school, bro, but it was a real witness protection-y situation.
Really?
like that's what it felt like. Like it wasn't actually that because like I was in school, so like I was only at that house twice, maybe 3 times during breaks. You know what I mean? It's like I
Yeah.
didn't fucking know nobody in fucking New Jersey, so I'm just like, okay.
Oh,
like,
it was
I'm just-
college?
Yeah. So like I was probably like a junior in college. You know what I
Oh,
mean? And,
wow.
like my mom moved like the summer probably before my junior year of college, and no, it actually was because. Crazy enough, I like just just following. It's like a personal story. Like I had like the house for that summer because she was actually already working in Jersey, so like she was commuting to Jersey during the week, and then would just
Wow.
leave me in the crib and then like come back on the weekends. And this is during the summer, and I'm home from Penn State.
Yeah.
I'm like,
oh man,
it's what I was doing whatever.
Whatever.
I was doing whatever.
Trying to relive as much of Penn State as you can.
You feel me, bro? So like like when the move actually happened, like like I get there, obviously I don't fucking know anybody. Like I don't have a car out there, so like I'm just like my movement is like super limited. I was just like, bro, like I can't do shit in fucking Jersey, like what I mean? So like it was only for the year, but like it was just like a real witness protection situation. So I mean, just like your story off, just like going there young, not really remembering. Like I was just like I think I was there, like I guess and then like I just end up in PA, like I feel that. Though.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
So like, but so when you were moving to PA, it wasn't Pittsburgh proper that you moved to, right? Or
Pittsburgh proper?
Yeah, like was like actually Pittsburgh?
I have no idea what you mean by that.
Pittsburgh, like I just mean like it wasn't like actually like Pittsburgh you moved to, right? Like was it like an adjacent?
Wow, I've never heard it been described like that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so no, we moved to Zillionople.
Okay. Like how far is that?
Zillionople's like, do you know where Cranberry is?
I do. Yeah, facts.
Yeah. Okay, so it's just the next town over.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Word. All right.
Next exit.
Oh, it's like 25, 30.
Yeah.
Okay. Word. All right. Word. Okay.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah. How's it going about there for you?
It was great. So that's where like the skateboarding. Those are the memories I remember.
Okay.
Those are the memories I remember.
Yeah. Facts,
you know what I'm saying? Like that's where like life started for me.
Yeah. Facts.
Chilling in the neighborhood, like finding out about Tony Hawk on like X Games.
Okay,
I remember just like hopping around my couches, like trying to pretend like I'm doing a trick.
Facts,
you know what I'm saying? And then that turned into me actually getting a skateboard, and I just had a memory flashback. You know what's crazy is I just went to see Kenny Chesney.
Oh, okay, you guys at the concert. Okay, word, all right.
First country concert.
How was that?
Blast. Dude, what a blast.
Okay.
I just started dabbling with country.
Okay,
actually, Morgan Wallen is the reason why.
Oh, okay.
I can say I like country.
Did someone else put you on, or like did you see?
Yeah, yeah. But I was I like everything but country.
Yeah, right.
Like that was what I was.
What was the song from Morgan Wallen?
Chasing You.
Chasing You. Okay.
And then I heard Cowgirls.
Okay.
And then
is a Morgan Wallen fan,
bro. Yeah. I'm like, dude, he really knows what he's doing, man. Like this is the bridge. This is the bridge. Officially, I can say it with confidence. I like country songs. Yeah, Kenny Chesney's actually a great songwriter.
Okay.
Too.
Yeah,
I was diving into him on my way to the concert.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but Uncle Cracker performed.
Okay.
He has a song which I don't know the name of. Doesn't matter. But he talks about like fish in the sea in that hook. That's the first song I remember liking, and I like just thought about this when I saw him live. And I also remember breaking someone's skateboard. Like I was riding a neighbor's skateboard. That's how I ended up getting my first skateboard.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah. And then just being involved with all those kids.
Yeah, no, and like, bro, like even like touching on it earlier, like skate culture,
like skate videos, all the music. That was playing behind
bro,
it.
and like it's really hip hop adjacent. You know what I mean? And like just even adjacent.
Hip hop and punk.
Yeah, hip hop and like punk.
Guitar,
yeah, no, bro.
I was like really into.
It makes sense.
Yeah, just like emo type of shit.
It makes sense.
And then around that time, like once I started like growing, I still was in like middle school type shit.
Yeah, right.
iPods came out.
Yeah.
So LimeWire was a thing, and I'm downloading all this music. That's when I got exposed to rap.
Copy.
Rap is sick.
Yeah. Like,
And
do you remember like some?
no. Eminem, 50 Cent.
Oh my gosh, yeah,
bro. Shit like
bro,
that.
my mother hated Eminem,
dude.
Bro, she like
my
like,
mom
that was
the type of parent who would find out. Like she'd be like, "Who told you about this?" And that was a trap.
Yeah, right.
Because that was intel of who I wasn't allowed to hang out with.
Exactly, and then like, but like you
don't be
picked up on
messing
that,
with
so
that
just
kid.
like, oh, you started making up
Yeah,
names.
I fell for it way more than I picked up on it.
Yeah,
it's
right.
crazy. I was really good at being honest.
Yeah. No, I mean, bro, you're a kid, bro. It's just like, I mean, you didn't know
bro.
like what you're about to tell us. Like, yeah, I'm just hanging out with my friends. Like, just show me some music.
Parents are like law.
Yeah, no, bro, of course. I mean,
as I've gotten older, I'm like, wow, I've really got a lot of advice for you.
Yeah,
You know what
right.
I mean?
Yeah,
And
no.
they really come to me and they're like, I'm glad I listened.
Yeah, no, right.
I'm like, wow.
This shit is crazy. No, I mean, no, for all it's worth,
field is an interesting.
it's wild. I mean, especially as you get older. I mean, for all it's worth, I definitely agree with everything that you just ran through. But what's funny about like you, such a story is that like you have like a pretty unique story as far as like finding out about how each other were pursuing music. You know what I mean? So like I just for anyone who may like who didn't watch Hannah's episode, I just kind of from your perspective, bro, what was that like? And just kind of walk us through that.
It was nuts because I started making music at 25 when I was living alone in Oakland after getting kicked out from my parents' house for the third time. But this time I was like somewhat of an established, like, you know,
sure, right,
like,
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of hold. I'm like, I don't need to be back.
I fuck you.
This
there.
was a part of
yeah.
You guys were like,
right.
come do this thing and it's gonna be great for the family and say this. I'm like, you know what? You kind of get me with this, but turn into whatever bullshit. Anyways,
right.
so apartment, Oakland, of like finally feel like I checked boxes like financially and like career wise. I'm like, all right, I listened to you guys and I don't feel great crossing this finish line. Like I thought this was gonna be all worth it. So I started skating again, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna figure out how to rap. But that actually, I'm gonna stop front. So what really happened was I had 2 roommates who were subletting this apartment that I subletted on a whim.
Okay.
And they made music. They rapped and produced.
Okay.
So I heard them upstairs making music, and I was like, and they we like to enjoy the same extracurricular activities.
Sure, yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely.
So one night they're like, why don't you come upstairs and partake? I was like, for sure. And they put on a beat.
Yeah.
And it's just like kind of seems like a rule.
What was the weapon of choice? Was it purple haze or?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was a blunt.
What was
blood. Yeah.
What was the weapon of choice that night?
It was
Yeah,
a
facts
blunt,
though.
of course. But
facts.
so they put on a beat, and it's kind of like the unwritten rule, like you have to rap, and I did. It doesn't. I don't know what I said or if it was actually good, but like the general excitement of someone executing what was supposed to be brought.
Right,
I was like, wow, I can't believe I just partook in what I thought was just like.
Fuck around,
I didn't
like,
know.
yeah.
My goal was to actually get it so successful that Wiz Khalifa and Juicy J would know me because I'm successful in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And then I wanted to have a house with a studio so that I could invite my friends over, Wiz Khalifa, Juicy J, and watch it. Because I didn't make music. I was already trained to believe, like, that's not a thing.
Well, sure. Yeah, facts, yeah.
But in this rebellious state, I started making the music, so it's cool because it's now evolved into, like, that's the goal is to, like, I still don't want to buy a meet and greet ticket from these folk. I want to figure out how to, I want to do what I need to do to be in the position to be in
to do those things. Nah, facts. Like, and just even like, you know, prior to like you living in that apartment, chilling with those guys, like as far as like the hip hop genre goes, like what, because like I know, like you said, your uncle was like, you know, playing your stuff, like, you know, like when you were little, obviously, like, you know, how much of that you retained, you know what I mean, like who knows, but like when you were actually actively seeking out hip hop, you know what I mean, like who was that for you? Like,
oh, Wiz all the way.
Wiz,
he was my first artist that I was ever obsessed with.
Okay.
And like, I mean, like I've, you know, do you know much about Wiz's like being part of Taylor Gang?
Yeah, well, not like the intimate history. Like I just know super broad strokes, general. Yeah.
So he started vlogging. I think he's like considered one of the first YouTube.
Okay, yeah. Not surprised about that. Yeah, facts.
It was called Day to Days. And
yeah.
Dude,
no, bro, I remember his Day to Days.
Oh,
Facts.
I've watched every single one multiple times.
Yeah.
Like I've had multiple like.
No, he was definitely early on that shit. No, for sure. He was early on that, definitely.
Yeah, bro. So, like, I was obsessed with him. I thought he was the coolest guy to ever exist.
Well, I mean, bro, again, like, nigga from Pittsburgh, you know, smoking mad weed. You know, I mean, it's just like,
just introduced
to be from Pittsburgh like that. Yeah, bro. It's just like
putting my iPods in and In the Cuts playing on repeat on my couch, and I'm seeing whatever is going on in my brain. I'm like, this man.
That's crazy. Okay.
And this weed is insane together.
Yeah, right. In tandem.
I'm like, this is
tandem
crazy.
Is crazy. Yeah, right.
This is the crazy.
That's hilarious.
So, that happened when I was in like early high school.
Okay, word.
Middle school.
Okay, word.
And then he just continuously blew up, and I was able to be a fan.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
The whole come up,
sure,
and then watch him have get married, have a kid.
Yeah, right.
I'm in a relationship with a girl who loves Wiz. Like, there's just so much that Wiz. I would like literally, if a girl told me that she liked Wiz at that time as I was growing up, I'm like, oh, the wifey status, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
the boys will get this. You know what I'm saying?
The boys will get this. Is crazy.
Yeah, dude. So,
yo, man, no. Thankfully, like the barrier to entry has probably increased now. Like, you got to do more than like Wiz Khalifa. To fuck with a nigga like
yeah, 100%. Yeah. That music taste is not gonna be the end all be all.
But it's under, bro.
That's part of growing up.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like for the time, bro. Like it makes total sense. I mean, bro. Like Wiz's Day to Days was definitely like it had a hold on.
It was so
internet culture, hip hop culture for sure. So definitely, you know, I understand that. But so like you said, like you were doing the music at 25, like you were subletting, like, you know, those chilling with those dudes who were subletting. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so after that, how long was it before you started pursuing music? And then yeah, like how long was it like after you started making music, like you found out Hannah was doing music?
Oh yeah. So okay. So what happened after that summer was I ended up getting an apartment.
Okay.
With the kid who subletted me this room. He happened to also make music. He put Audacity and Ableton on my computer.
Oh wow.
A Blue Snowball microphone.
Any particular reason he did that, or like he was just like, yo?
He was just like, oh, you got a new Dell. Like your computer will handle it better. I want to make music. We can fuck around. I'm like, this is crazy. I can't believe another roommate of mine wants to make music.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, after that, I bought a Blue Snowball microphone. Wrote my first song. Like it was an actual song. Had a hook. Verse, hook. And I go to we went to Mother's Day dinner at Red Robin. I remember this so easily.
Yeah.
And me and Hannah do this thing where we kind of talk about things that we really shouldn't in front of our parents, like right in front of them. Like we'll just like spit out she does it way worse to me, but at this moment I decided to dive into this bad habit that we do. And I was like, Hannah, I made a song. You want to hear it? And she's like, I just made a song. Do you want to hear it? And I'm like, what do you mean? So we both sent each other audio memos.
I could picture
they weren't even
like this is hilarious. Yeah,
it's
this
crazy,
is
bro.
funny.
We both sent each other audio memos. They weren't even MP3s. Like that I didn't know how to pull it off of my Audacity. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So. And then after that, we didn't really. It's not like that was like, oh, now we should take out everything.
Yeah, right.
It's just kind of like, wow, how crazy is that? And I don't know if she knew that I was going to take. I don't. No one knew I was going to take it as seriously. Like the way I even introduced this to my friends was like after I recorded that song, and learned how to like, I learned how to mix it on Audacity. Was one video on YouTube.
Yeah.
I told him that I was trying to manage this kid when I played the song. Because I was very entrepreneurial. I had like eBay stores. I was like, this kid wants me to manage him. I'm like, it's kind of like sales. You know what I mean? Like, I definitely
That's
tell me that's
clever. I never heard of that before.
Fucked with it. And they fucked with it. So that turned into, dude, this is sick. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna write more songs. And I did. And then in December, on my birthday, December 2019, February 22nd, 2019 is when I dropped my first song on SoundCloud.
There we go. Yeah. There we go.
2019.
I was good. Yeah, go ahead.
I had a bunch of other songs already ready to go. So it ended up being like 6 songs that it's considered like a mixtape called Blue Snow Chronicles on SoundCloud.
That literally led me to one of my later questions, but like since you brought it up, I was gonna ask like, did the microphone you bought inspire the name for that project? Yeah. Okay. Word.
Oh, you know about it?
Yeah. No. Yeah, bro. I was just I was researching it. Yeah, but like bro. Like, was that?
That's exactly why.
That's crazy.
And the album artwork is blue, but if you look at it, it's a scientific table of music genres.
Oh shit. Okay.
It's a poster that was in the kid's room who produces, and he also writes his own music. Shout out to Conscious Kel.
Yeah. Oh shit. Okay.
Conscious Kel. I have a song with him.
Okay.
And Mitch the Wizard. He's the other kid. So yeah. So evolving from Blue Snowball microphone and
that's crazy.
Or Blue Snow Chronicles. Yeah. And the reaction I got from friends is people being like, "This is actually really cool. Yeah. Like this doesn't suck. You should keep doing this."
Yeah.
I'm
fast.
Like,
all right. Yeah.
Dude, this is cool.
Fast. Yeah.
Yeah. So I decided to hop on Google again and be like, what is the easiest way that I could do this without asking anybody? So I just figured out what's the best mic to have at home, how to record on Ableton. I bought a stand. I bought KRK Rockets speakers. An audio interface. And I would just download beats off YouTube. I'd just be constantly freestyling in my room. Yeah. So at this time I was in college at Pitt and I had a real job already. Selling in sales. And my territory was up in Erie. And so I had to be at work every morning. Like surgeries would start 7:30, so I'd be getting up at like 4 or 5 o'clock, drive to the hospital, spend a day at the hospital, go to class.
That's crazy.
And then come home and just keep repeating, but all that time in the car I would have time to be freestyling to beats, and I just jot down like little things. And then when I have free time and my homework was done, I would just spend it fucking around on my own because I loved it. Like first time having my own apartment to myself, now living with roommates who I don't really have to deal with. They're cool with me, doing whatever I want, fucking, you know what I mean, enjoying the space at any capacity that I possibly can, as long as I'm not a nuisance, you know what I mean?
Enjoying the space at any capacity.
Yeah, bro.
That's all I'm ever trying to do.
As long as I'm not affecting these senses, I'm not worried about whatever sense I'm tickling at that moment. Yeah, it was awesome, and that turned into more songs, and I dropped singles, and I started like, being asked to perform with like Kelling them because they're putting on shows. They're they're like young and in college. I'm like 23, 24. My friends already graduated. I'm just taking this longer route because I'm doing whatever I needed to keep this job.
So I mean, bro, like 2020, like you're freshly graduated, damn near. So like maybe like a year or two out,
right?
You know I mean, I'm just like you're still. I mean, bro. 23-year-old Jew.
It's probably like
college,
bro.
Oh, okay, copy.
Okay,
to
get a 4-year degree because I only had a 2-year degree, and then I got this job and was asked and was put in a position to be promoted to like prematurely.
Okay, so like you already making money. Yeah, okay, interesting.
Like we'll let you have this job.
I see.
If you go back to school.
Get that? Okay, yeah. That makes sense. Okay,
so,
facts.
Taking night classes whenever they pop up in line with my major. It took 4 years to do 2 years worth of.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Bro. So, yeah, I'm
why did it take 4 years though?
Just because I always had to be night classes, and if it did, because like some of them would always be on Tuesdays.
Yeah,
I'm like,
right.
Fuck, dude.
Got work and shit like just like all types of different.
Yeah, just took credits as I could.
Nah, right. No, I mean, bro, shout out to you for doing that shit, bro.
I know, it made real life really easy.
Dog,
as soon as the school went away, I was like, all I have to do
is do fucking work. Yeah, no, facts, right?
Rest of the night,
yeah, right.
This is the best deal ever.
Ain't that wild how that like even goes? Like
I know
it's supposed to be like the fucking opposite, but it's
really easy to be grateful the older I get.
Yeah,
like,
right. Absolutely.
It gets
sure. Bro,
it gets smaller and smaller.
Shout out to you for that. Nah, man, you were just fucking grinding like for that whole period. That's fucking crazy. So I mean, like you touched on it just now, but like as far as like your writing, like were you always a writer? Just like even like as a younger kid, like were you always like kind of jotting stuff down? Or like did that maybe sort of like strictly happen as you decided to pursue music? Like did you do it more then?
You know what's interesting is like, is it always as I was rebelling, when I was in these like serious states of like rebellion towards whatever position I was in life, like I did have a time period where I did like randomly start trying to rhyme on paper.
Okay.
Like nothing. I didn't really know what it meant to be. Like I didn't know you could go to YouTube and find a type beat.
Yeah, right.
I didn't know people made the beat.
Sure.
I didn't know. I just didn't know anything. So like I would randomly write rhymes and it would go nowhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, nothing like that. It was really interesting. It was really cool to reflect on it as it was happening after after I had written as like 20 songs. Even in that first year, like just as I was coming up with things and was able to just intuitively know where I want to put things that I repeat as opposed to the sections that don't repeat.
Right.
Like I don't know if that I guess I can attest that to just how I listened to music and being such a fan and just knowing what I thought was sick.
Right.
Things would pop in, but yeah, no real writing.
Yeah, okay.
No, I was just kind of aimless.
Yeah, I mean, bro,
just trying to be a skater.
As we, right, just like, fucking chilling.
Keep a girlfriend.
Yeah, type shit. No, just like actually like, living life, you know what I mean? So, but it's, bro, that's insane. Like, again, touching it like a bit earlier as far as like, you working the jobs and like, fucking, pursuing that degree to like, get that promotion, bro. But like, how did you find it? Because I mean, this is pretty much like a tale as old as time for creatives. It's just like the work-life balance. How are you like, making time for this whole new career that you're about to pursue on top of the, 9 to 5 that like you're going to fucking school for, and like, how are you finding the time within yourself to make music, not get burnt out, to just keep that, same energy, keep that same drive?
At that time,
yeah,
bro. Honestly, I was so engulfed in like Gary V mentality.
Okay,
and just like the possibility of the future being great if I do make the most of the moments that I have. So I was really into like doing anything I could to squeeze in as much productivity as I could.
Okay.
So whatever it took.
First.
Like coffee constantly. I don't know. Like just didn't really sleep much, but like I had to do it. And it was fun to me. I don't know. It helps that smoking like is part of my activity because that's my way of decompressing.
Yeah.
But then like so is making music and then it
It's a
turns
couple
into
of-
productivity because I'm making something that I can eventually put out. As the skill continues to get better, it becomes
Sure.
more and more of like a. So it's cool that the habit isn't tied into relaxation.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
when am I really working
Hmm.
when I'm making the music?
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah,
I'm
right,
having a
right.
fucking ball.
Yeah.
It's like that's when I'm like deciding not to work.
Sure, fair
'Cause
enough.
I'm switching out of this email mentality.
Hmm.
This like in the car,
Hmm.
who do I need to call?
Right,
They need to
right.
Be here at a certain time, and they
Sure,
have to. I
sure.
can finally just be like,
Interesting.
and it's a complete alter ego. Like I'm keeping this hidden from everybody.
Absolutely,
I
yeah,
did
of
not
course, of
have
course.
A face on my SoundCloud. I
Yeah.
wasn't telling anybody about it. I really did not want. I have this like complex from like my growing up.
No,
with my
bro.
parents.
Like I don't even think it's a
I'm
complex.
afraid of being accepted by the people I look up to, or like it just in my brain I translate it as like, why would work be okay with this?
No,
So
bro.
the best way to get around that is to just not
tell them, bro.
And
no,
if it blows,
facts.
the way I look is like, if it blows up, I'll just leave.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
no,
I'm
no,
like,
no.
This shit
Fact.
goes crazy.
If
dog. I'm
it like
quitting
if
that
it blows up, it's blown up, and I have no
Right.
reason to fucking, you know what I mean? But yeah,
Little did I know. I mean, like even like what I consider blowing up was not substantial yearly income money. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
So like it's cool though, because like even having that mentality a lot showed me what it was like to feel free of like worry of like this needs to be has to reach certain expectations. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because once it did get out, once I did start doing shows and people are reposting me and I'm getting excited and I'm feeling confident in it, I'm like, yeah, you know what I mean? Fuck it. I started feeling what it's like to be like, damn, they really like this song. I need to make the next song just as good. How the fuck do I do that? So dealing with that hurdle.
That's true.
I
Yeah,
had to
I mean,
come
fair.
back to the mentality of being like, well, what did work before?
Fair,
I
yeah,
was like,
facts,
well,
yeah.
I
Audit
wasn't
yourself.
really thinking about anybody. Maybe that was why it was so easy for me to freely come up with stuff. And that was after I came to that after considering it, just like maybe it was because I didn't know any better and I was just stupid. Now I know too much and I'm like thinking too much. No, bro, I just need to like. It is a mental game,
Bro, 100%.
you know what I'm saying?
It's
But
just like, yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, so I just came to the realization that, I guess to loop this back, the balance is constantly evolving.
Yeah, right.
Like it just depends on what my life is expecting of me, because as I've gotten older, like my stresses before were schoolwork.
Yeah, right. I mean,
Like I'll check the school board
yeah, right.
after or tomorrow morning.
Yeah, right.
Like, as I've
Just
gone,
dumb shit like
it's
that,
easy
yeah.
for me to manage that. Like I'm just gonna be hanging out at home, like
Chilling.
technically I'm like in the best position ever because I'm
Right.
like in the city. If something were to pop off or I'm needed to like switch back into work mode,
Right.
I could just kind of like relax into it. But then like as real life happens and like family things happen and just random heartbreaks, you know what I mean? Just like
Sure.
unplanned for
Events, life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Energy
life.
expensive
Right.
like situations.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that can just just
So then the
definitely hinder
balance
your-
becomes
yeah.
like, it's just like it's different. Like, and now I've written so many songs that the further I settle into this, the more like entering into a new song changes for me, because I have done things already. So I'm like, what could I tweak?
The life
now?
experience,
Yeah, bro. And after tweaking it for the 50th time,
Right,
it
yeah.
starts to either get interesting or like kind of like I switch from being like, fuck, I don't really know, like, where do I go from here?
Yeah.
And then but then sometimes I switch into being like, damn, I could take it here.
Yeah,
You know what
or
I mean, I
do
didn't
this with
think
it.
about that. So
Is there like anyone else that like you consult with for like, music, or like is it like strictly just like a, like I know no one ever truly like, works alone. So like, is there anyone that like, you confide in, or just like, that like, you go to for like maybe advice as far as like, like, what do I do? Like,
not really. So
Okay.
the only person that was really so it's interesting because I feel like my friends aren't really musically inclined.
Bro, I was about to say like the people that like, you that just kind of ushered you in, are they still doing music? Like, do you know if they're still? That's
they're
crazy.
not, which is really
That's
cool.
wild,
It's
yeah.
really interesting to watch that happen.
Yeah,
because, like,
right.
I haven't quit,
Yeah.
and I'm watching things.
No, you
come to
wasn't
me.
bullshit.
Yeah, I was like, no, this is really fun.
Yeah,
But
right.
it comes down to expectations. That's a whole other conversation because like
right.
people can enter into this feeling the same fun feelings that I entered in with. But if your expectations of what you're going to receive back from it are working against you, leaving this becomes a really easy option because you're like, well, I could just go do this and go have my job and make my money. I have my degree. I don't really need to risk it all with this. And like generally society isn't really accepting the up and coming artists until they are
until
artist.
like
and
you're
at that point, so it's like that's a lot.
I mean, even you like with the
that's
I mean
its
like
own mentality, like you like strengthening your mentality to
absolutely.
be able to handle that.
No, bro, it's
that's part of the journey.
It's a whole thing, man, and it's just like even within yourself, just like you obviously know what it takes to like pursue like being an artist and like, and it's just like, but if someone came up to you saying like, hey man, like I'm just made my first rap yesterday, come listen to it, you're just gonna be like,
yeah,
I don't know if I want to do that. Don't know if I want to do
yeah.
that.
Well, it's interesting because it's like I have had those. I'm at the point now where it's like, yeah, people do come to me when they are like inspired to write their first song.
Yeah, man.
I know what it's.
How wild is that?
I can
circle.
empathize with that because I even have been thinking about this lately when I've been going to a lot of local shows. I've been trying to like immerse myself in
absolutely.
Just any type of performative act that's happening, events. I just want to be a part of it and just see it.
Yeah,
because it's cool to see how people approach it all. But wow, I lost my train of thought. But
no, like because I was just because like we were talking about if the people that ushered you in were still like doing music and just like how like just as like within an artist yourself, like people aren't gonna
show me their first songs.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, I can empathize with that and I like it because it's easy for me to hear if someone. It's easier for me to find something that I like in a sense and just tell them that.
Yeah, right.
If I don't like it, I don't think people were really ever asking me if they're like, I've never had anyone come up to me with a song that they're like unsure of. Like they're generally excited enough for me to find a reason in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
Yeah. And I love it.
Yeah, no, bro. And again, it's like it's a huge
really
full
have
circle
no
moment.
idea.
Yeah, bro.
When someone could just flip a switch, bro. If you get through the barriers, there is some like I guess like natural ability involved with it. But I don't know. Like people's backgrounds can kind of explain why they're so naturally inclined.
Fair enough. Yeah,
to perform on them like or create or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
It's like do what they do.
Yeah. So I believe it. It's a skill.
Yeah.
What's his name? Miles Davis goes on an interview and talks about how he's not an accident, and he keeps preaching that, and that really hit to me because when I heard that, I'm like, that means he's on purpose. Like that means he is constantly working at this. That's why he is the way he is.
Right.
He's like, people think I just was a miracle. He's like, dog.
Yeah, right.
That's how I received it. I'm like, and I get that because everyone who's really doing it is putting in the work in every single level, every single aspect of this. Who are really doing
That's what I'm saying. Like
really
it's
pulling in crazy figures, bro.
There are people, and it's just like, as far as being an artist, bro, like a true artist, bro, like that is, like if that's in you, bro, that's a constant state.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And like people, and not just talking about anybody specific, but just speaking about the people I've seen just throughout life. You know what I mean? Just claim that like they're artists, like, be creative. Like, it's just like, bro, this shit is not a game, bro. Like, it's going to be probably more nights than not where you're shaking your fist at God, like, nigga, like, yo, like, bro, what the bro, what the fuck? You know what I mean? It's just like, I don't even understand how many, bro, even from my example, bro, I don't even know how many nights, bro, like, where I had no idea. I'm doing what I'm doing, smoking, whatever, chilling. Like, I'm maybe not even in PA, you know what I mean? Like, chilling, bro. And it's just like his journey, like all the unseen shit, bro. It's like that's what you like. That's being an artist, bro.
That
like,
is
like popping out and being like, hey, you know what I mean? But like doing your shit, then leaving. Yeah, that's a section of it, sure. Like they're getting like the final pat. Yeah, that's a.
Packs,
but nigga, all this shit behind, like, yo, what am I gonna do for this? Yo, like this bar, I want this to look this way, but how am I gonna make that? Yo, right, shit, bro, yo. Oh, by the way, I got work. Oh yeah, by the way, like yo, like your family, yo, a whole like it's just so a whole bunch of, and it's just like yeah, like you are an artist, so like you're gonna make sense out of life through art.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's just like people think that like, yo, like they could just claim to be an artist, make an IG page, you know what I mean, make a few TikTok, make a few reels, and they'd be like, yeah, like I'm an artist.
Yeah,
now.
Bro.
That shit is crazy, bro.
The only people who are doing that had accounts before that or years of practice, and you're catching their whatever number
type
chance
shit though, yeah,
or
dead ass
attempt.
though, yeah,
They're
exactly.
like, this is my 5th name. The Black
Exactly.
Bear effect.
Yeah.
Black Bear was 4 different people before. I swear, bro.
I think it
He
was 4
in punk
different
bands.
animals.
He was
Yeah.
in high school band. He was dude,
Right.
and then he became a solo act that was
Right.
called Black Bear.
Crazy.
And we're like, oh my gosh, his first album is. Who is this guy?
Dog.
I don't know. Google it.
Yeah,
bro.
right. No, bro.
And it'll humble you. It won't humble you. It'll put things into perspective, bro. Like this is okay. These songs can produce a million streams on Spotify is $3,000 to $4,000. Call it $4,000. Okay, some of these people have 10 million monthly listeners,
Right.
and who knows how many times they're streaming it.
Sure.
Bro, when they're going in to write a song, we're talking about a product that is going to produce millions of dollars in a year. This is not a game, bro. You know what it takes to make $700,000 to be a neurosurgeon?
Yeah.
You're going to school for 7 years.
Yeah,
you're
right.
going to school. Like you're gonna pop out 35.
Yeah, right.
And be like, time to pay off my school debt.
Yeah, facts.
I got a bag coming in, but like
Yeah, right.
that's just to put into perspective.
No,
like,
no,
bro. Like it's the same thing. It's like this is an academy. This is like you got to learn. You got to put yourself through it. You got to show up every day. And I'm talking all this serious shit, but this is a constant. This is a daily thing that I ebb and flow with.
Absolutely.
And I can talk like this because these are things that I say to myself as I've like entered into this year.
Sure.
This year of making music, because it's like every season of me producing songs, then it comes to fruition when I drop them. Then I have all the events that come after that, and how it loops back around to me having enough life to write some more songs.
Exactly.
Every season of that has. Every time I reflect and like see like where I'm at, like even walking here, I'm like the kid who got this apartment thinking life was sick had no idea he'd be coming back here for an interview to be as a rapper.
Yeah, that's crazy.
As a rapper, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like I had a songwriting session with a up and coming country artist, Jared Berry, which actually if you guys don't know who that is, you guys should definitely connect with him.
For sure.
Shout out to Jared Berry. He is Pennsylvania's country, bro.
Okay.
And he's killing it. Bro.
Okay.
Absolutely smashing it. Had a songwriting session with him last night into today.
That's crazy. How'd y'all
so he records with the person that I recorded my album with at ID Labs.
Copy, okay.
Wyatt Earp. I have a feature with him scrolling on my album.
Got you, okay.
That's a fan favorite.
Okay, word, all right.
Yeah, so Kyle would mention me to him and him to me because we both are like nerds about this and super invested in like trying to understand everything about it. And also we both settle into the mentality of this is so possible. We're humans, and the people we look up to are humans, and it's just about going and doing.
Absolutely.
Learning, doing.
Facts.
Yeah,
no, facts.
And it took a year or two for us
Yeah.
to become this close of friends, but like just through staying in touch, running into each other, and then having actual conversations that accidentally happen, and being like just connecting, and then we see each other making moves, and now we're working on songs together. I'm gonna start opening up for him.
There you go, my man. Yeah, that's good shit,
bro.
bro. It's crazy, bro. So just I know we like spiraled into where we spiraled to, but just
this is a typical conversation.
Yeah, no, facts. I mean, no, niggas is here, no, we here, bro. But just going back to some of your earlier stuff, bro. Blue Snow Chronicles. So as far as that, like that was the first song that you dropped on SoundCloud. Is that ever? Is that just on SoundCloud?
So the first song is called.
No, I'm sorry. I meant a project. Yeah, I'm sorry, my fault.
Yeah, that was the first like little compilation of songs.
Okay, yeah.
And then dropped 5 or 6 singles after that.
Right. And
then I hunkered down for a year. I went through this period of time where I had to like figure out myself out as an artist and what it means to be an artist. And one of my mentors like tapped in. He was a big rapper back in the day, or like he was really big into rap and like won competitions, stuff like that. He mentored me, showed me what it means to be an artist, and like that took me down a lot of personal journeys of like facing things and realizing how to be vulnerable.
Sure.
So I bunkered up 20 songs, 20 singles, and I dropped 20 singles
during that year, or like was that prior? Okay.
I graduated, got an apartment in Wexford with my best friend, and I wrote 20 songs.
That's crazy.
Dropped them for 20 weeks. That led to me going from like pay to perform shows to someone finding me in that crowd to being like, I'm gonna pay for you to go do these shows in Ohio. Same situation.
Oh,
they paid for my music video, and then after a weekend of doing I had a show Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Kyle hit me up, Wyatt Herb from ID Labs. He's like, see what you've been doing. Come hang out with me sometime at the studio.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, what studio?
Yeah.
And he's like, ID Labs. And when I first started making music, I told myself I didn't really want to work with anybody. I tried to work with try to record with some local kids who were kind of doing their thing at the time back then. I don't really know if they're making music anymore, but it didn't go well. It just didn't make me feel as comfortable as I did in my bedroom. So that went from, wow, that sucked, to fuck them. I'm just going to do my own thing in my room. I don't
Was it like the vibe or just like was it
yeah,
just like,
it was just, I mean, bro brought his microphone with the little shell into the room that the engineer was like doing stuff on it. It was just like, and I'm like on the edge of the bed. And I'm like, this is really weird. I don't know. I can hear myself in these headphones. This is weird, dude.
R. Kelly walked by. He's like, whoa.
Bro, I don't know. I was also like not really in my bag back then. Looking back, I'm like, I'm the songwriter. I'm pulling up with the song. Bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, so recorded with Kyle. And he just asked me to come hang out with him, show him music. And he's like, we built a schedule around my income and what I could afford for music, and I started coming every week to ID Labs to record.
Okay.
And recorded my album, Samples, which led to just more performances, performing at New York Swim League after that. That was 10 songs. Samples was.
Okay, yeah, no, facts. Like I definitely, because like I have some questions about samples. You know, I just don't want to jump too far ahead, but as far because like just speaking on again like Blue Snow Chronicles, and you dropped that prior to the year you took off, correct?
Wait, what?
So like you dropped Blue Snow Chronicles and then like you took the year off to like, you know, just
dropped Blue Snow Chronicles, then like 6 singles. Those were the first singles that went onto Spotify. That's when I found out.
Copy.
I started recording on Ableton.
Okay.
And sending out my stems to Kel. And he was mixing them.
Okay. And then like, so like it was after that like you stepped like just like we're just like chilling out for the year.
Chilled.
What made you? Well, 2-part question.
I couldn't make songs, bro.
Well, yeah, here 2-part, right? So, because I know just even as an artist, like dropping your first project is that's a fucking moment, bro.
Yeah, it was cool.
It's fucking crazy.
It was an accident. I just dropped.
Go into it.
Yeah, like I dropped 3 singles, and then I was I'm gonna drop the rest of them, and then I was like, this is
this is a project.
This is like I want to listen to them all on a playlist. I'm like, this is I guess a
EP project. I mean, bro,
but having that was a super dope moment.
No, bro, because like I was about to say, like, what did that like take for you to be like, all right, like I'm gonna just put my song, like fuck it, like at this point, like I've been doing this for a while, like I think people are ready to hear this shit. Like, how was that? Like, kind of like
I remember that night perfectly. Bro.
Go into it. Yeah,
I remember that apartment perfectly.
That's crazy. Yeah.
It was really cool for me. I was super hyped. I really felt like literally it felt like this was officially the closest I was going to get to Wiz, because at that time that was still like my only.
Sure, yeah, like that was the goal.
That's my dream.
Sure.
If you ask any of my girlfriends, they'll tell you what my dream is.
Yeah.
It's to me Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah.
On some I know who you are type shit.
Yeah.
Go buy a ticket.
Yeah, type shit. Okay, so then
so I was like, damn, this is really it. Like, I have a name. I'm Mistr Vibes.
There you go.
On the internet now. I have a song.
Yeah,
I can send to people.
That's crazy. So
that's cool.
Got Blue Snow Chronicles out there, and like, what was like, like some of like the reception from like people you knew? Like, did you show the homies that like you were in the that like that like ushed you into like?
Yeah, and they were really surprised, and they were happy. They were excited because I realized that in music, like you do get excited when you find someone who likes it as much.
Sure, yeah,
at least
facts,
for me,
absolutely.
Because like maybe it's because it was scarce for me, but like as I find people who fuck with music, like I fuck with music, I feel like you fuck with me, like I fuck.
No, bro, I mean,
you know what I mean? It's like
it's,
I'm like, oh, you really get me. It's the same effect when people tell me they like a song. Like
it's like any art, bro. It's like you get the mentality.
Like journal,
that's
bro.
what
like, you know what I mean?
Dead ass, yeah.
This is some shit that's like some part of my color wheel is like expressing things that I don't know how to say or I haven't said to anybody yet. Talking about things.
What's a color wheel?
Like my shades of color. I say that I'm just like many shades of color.
Okay. Word.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Every shade of the color wheel.
Word up. All right.
Yeah.
No,
so like some days that's what it comes out as. It's like things I can't say.
Yeah.
In words.
Interesting.
I feel like I can't say.
Huh.
So when people connect with any of my songs, I'm like,
that's dope. Yeah.
Wow.
Man, yeah. No, bro. And that's really what it comes down to too, because it's just like you're putting the feeling out there, right? And it's just like we're talking about this with Treble last episode. Like music is dope. It's just because like we could both let's just say for example feel heartbreak, right? But the way we get to that feeling may not necessarily be the same. But the emotion that's felt is what connects. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like that's what music is. Like if you've been heartbroken, I've been heartbroken, and like we're just like listening to like like a song that's like about heartbreak. We'll both feel it. It'll be like, damn, I feel what this person said, like this woman is saying, this band, whatever, but it's just like how we got to that feeling is what makes us obviously who we are. And it's like, that's our experience, but
right.
It's the feeling that
I know
connects it all.
It's a crazy trade, bro.
Shit is wild. Yeah,
it's a trade-off.
Yeah, for sure.
To make that's the part of the life of an artist. I have different. It's like crazy how
so closely just like related to literally like your life.
I'm like, yeah, bro, like these songs be coming out of me after some real hard times, dude.
Yeah,
and
facts.
I'm like, and it's just like part of life. So yeah.
What made you like step away for the year? If you want to get into
I was
that.
sucking to myself. In my mind, I was like, I'm ass.
For real.
I can't come up with shit. I suck. There's no way I'm making a better song. I just
kept, for real?
Dude, it's crazy. And I don't know if this is for anybody else, but for me, making music has become a lot of standing in the mirror and just trying and like really understanding what the fuck is going on with me. Like, why am I what's going on in here? So I've had to peel back layers of this onion that come with like evolving as a human.
Sure.
Like, so like sometimes writing my next song means I have to text someone and say I'm sorry, or I have to be like, damn, I didn't cry about that,
right?
You know what I mean? Or like, this is really stressing me out. I don't know what to do. I have to go figure that out. I have to because I'm coming into these situations to write a song, and like I don't know how else to explain it besides like I'm thick right now. It's thick up here. It's not a light flowing. The vibe is not high. It's very low. It's very like dense energy.
Yeah, facts.
And I didn't know how to handle that back then.
Sure.
That was like my first bout of that. But I went through like a weird situation that happened with, honestly, it's just like that's when adult stress started to lean in on my life.
Sure.
And yeah, I didn't know how to handle that stress. So that's when my mentor came in. And this has constantly been an evolution of how to take care of me so that I can get this guy in a position to freely create something that is coming from in here and not as much up here.
Yeah, bro. That's
not
like I'm super.
It's a download, bro. Like bro. It's like it feels like it's like so out of my. It's like I have to do these things to keep myself healthy.
Yeah.
To give me the fighting chance to allow something to drop into me. Yeah.
No, I mean, bro, I just that really resonates with me, bro. And it's just like it's really like the first bar you said, like, sometimes, before I write a song, it's like texting someone, hey, yo, like, all right, but like, that's crazy,
bro. It's crazy.
But I mean, that's real, though. Like,
yeah.
That's, it just, I mean, like, it just takes that effort, you know what I mean, to just really want to be, like, evolve.
Right.
Shit is crazy.
Like, I mean, like, in the beginning process of me doing this, I'm reflecting right now on a time.
Absolutely, bro. No facts. Yeah.
So it took me a whole year of being an idiot, not doing shit, thinking something's wrong with me, thinking there's no hope, or like not thinking how I think now, which is like, dog, we know what it feels like to sit down here in front of this piece of paper and pen and things to just come out of you and turn into this amazingness. What's going on?
Yeah, sure.
Be a man or whatever it is. Not even being a man. Just bite the bullet and go face whatever it is that needs dealt with so you can come here and actually have some fun. When before, I didn't have the tools. I really had to figure it out. I really had to like talk to certain people, do silly things, do things that I might look back on and be like, damn, like, I really have my ass out right there. You know what I mean? Like not that I was doing stupid shit, but to me, it's like embarrassing because right. I wasn't strong. Like I wasn't being strong minded.
Yeah, right.
And the weak mentality actions. I'm like, I know now better. So I'm like, you could have got out of that. So fast,
no, yeah, facts.
It could have been a blip.
Hindsight's always 20/20.
But yeah, bro, you know what I mean? This is the beauty of just growing up.
No, facts.
I got to put it in the songs.
Type shit. And like you said, so like after like you took that year doing your thing and like you dropped Blue Snow, the 6 singles, Stepped Away. Was that year, so like you were just pretty much loading up that year with songs.
Yeah.
So like and then so after that year was when you did the 20-week streak of just constantly dropping something.
Yeah. So literally I moved out of my college apartment with 6 other dudes. Moved into an apartment with my best friend who also had a job, but he worked from home, and I was always out during the day. And then he would go. He had a side hustle with snakes, so he'd go home at night. So it was the first time that I had time to be alone, and I started working out again.
There you go.
So that year was spent 9 months doing jack shit, and then 3 months of like, it was like gearing up to just, I was on this regimen. I come home, I work out, I get a shower, and then I chill the fuck out and play some beats and progress something. And then, I built it up and just started dropping it single by single, trying to learn about playlisting and stuff like that. Certain ones did great, some ones didn't. I learned a lot about like keeping people's attention. I learned a lot about how certain songs don't have to really hit in the moment. If you fuck with it, bro, drop that song, because someone can randomly find it later and be like,
just drop it.
I'm so happy you made this song.
Just put it out.
Bro.
Just put it out. Bro. Just put it out. You never know. I mean, fuck it. Like, as an artist, you are going to
drop that.
Bro,
that's mailbox money, that potential.
Mailbox.
Straight up, dude.
Mailbox money.
Straight up,
that.
Dude.
But no, I mean, bro, like, again, just like another big proponent of what we're about here, bro. Just drop it. Like, as an artist, like, you're always gonna be like, I could have, like, this wavelength on this sound could have been tweet. You know what I mean, that's always gonna be but bro, just fucking drop it. If it's done, then drop it. Like, there's always gonna be something like you want to freak about it, or maybe not. Ideally, maybe not, and it's like, fucking now, this shit is ready. You know what I mean? But like, more often than not, like, just as an, like, it's your baby, it's your child. You're just like, it's not ready yet. You know what I mean? You're just like, no, but it's just like, just put it out. You know what I mean? Like, you never fucking know who that'll inspire, or like what, or what it'll do.
Right.
Or what the fuck it'll do.
Yeah, dude.
So,
and if you're worried about putting it out, that's a great place to start. Why? Like, answer that question. Like, play the whole reel out. Like, what's the end look like? What's the worst that'll happen?
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's a good question to find out.
Absolutely.
Because I bet you there was a time where you felt like, fuck it, drop that shit.
Yeah,
what
bro.
was the difference? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
No,
good
facts.
shit to figure out.
Absolutely. And you touched on it earlier, but just even hearing you reflect on it now, I'm just really interested to like hear, bro. So, how did your creative process change from Blue Snow Chronicles to samples? What would you say, like, if at all? You know what I mean? Like, if you pretty much just stuck to the same,
like, I mean, the creative process in my mind is like, how do I go about writing a song? Because I asked this question to artists who have been asking me to collab. Like, I was like, what's your process like? Because there's people who punch in, there's people who freestyle,
right?
There's people who are like, take a whole day. You know what I mean? Like, people who pre-write. So my process is I just come in and I find a beat, and whatever beat triggers something inside of me that feels good. I'll either like say one line of a hook or a collection of lines, and then that's when the writing starts happening.
Copy.
I start looping the beat, looping a section, and just slowly piecing it together until I feel like I'm running into a point where diminishing returns are being
right. Yeah.
Step
facts.
away.
Yeah, right.
Because there's a lot of power in stepping away from me. So I kind of let things evolve that way. But the only thing that changed with my process, in a sense, was like I wrote I started writing with a pencil and pad on that album. When I wrote Scrollin', that was the first song I ever wrote on pencil and pad. And why that's significant to me is because I always would do it on the phone.
Yeah, bro.
But like when I think about writing and like look at rap, like they all had notebooks. Bro.
Yeah, no, facts.
I've heard from people, it's like, I took a poetry class in Pitt. She said there's just something about
bro, writing it down.
This, like the motion with the brain and like how that communicates, and we're talking about like generations,
absolutely,
of wiring in our brain in this activity. This is a very new thing. So
facts.
I watched a Kasky interview where he talks about Yellow Wolf influencing him to write with a pen and pad during their creation of Black Wolf or Black Sheep 2, I think it's what it's called. I was like, you know what, I want to try it.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that I live by. I am such a writer now.
Yeah,
that's been my main focus the past 6 months.
That's dope.
It's like embodying, living that, like just living what it's like to be like an artist / a writer / a creator. So I'm constantly writing everything now. Everything is on pen and pad. I mean, in the car, I'm obviously still jotting.
You'll jot down like notes and like little
I actually like I try to be more responsible and respectful to my energy, in the sense of like there's times now where I won't just be quick to just hop on a beat in the car
Right.
if I don't have that much time. Because
Yeah.
like
You're not gonna
if
do
I
it
know I'm not
justice.
gonna be home.
Yeah.
Because I know the beauty in having the time.
Absolutely.
So I'm like, let me just save it. Let me save this energy. Let me just be in the moment. As opposed to before, like I was always like, I gotta do it.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, let me just kind of let it happen so
Yeah,
I can be home, have a pen and pad here, be in my solitude, and like really become whatever that energy is.
When you were making samples, what was just like the mentality behind that project? What did you want to do?
It was supposed to just be singles.
Okay.
But my best friend / manager at the time, he was the person I would always send my songs to. Like he lived with me, so like
yeah,
he heard
facts, yeah,
everything, and he was really excited about it.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I don't really know like how I should drop these. And he was like, we should put it into a collection. I was like, damn. So we pieced it together, and I was like, this fits as like little, because I wanted it to be couplets. I wanted it to be like couplets of vibes. So I'm like, I'll drop 2 at a time because they all kind of match each other that way.
Okay, interesting.
The first 5 songs are more like, it starts out very now sound, like 808s.
Sure.
Trying to be as like California as I possibly could.
Right.
In a friendly ass way.
If he's friendly.
And then I slowly push over to the last song of the 5 being a boom bap song called Preteen Fiend, about like my childhood growing up skating. And then we started entering into like this soulful side.
Okay, there you go.
Highway Mileage exists, Scrollin' exists, and then I end it with Boom Bedroom Pop.
Okay, word.
So it's like the samples of what's to come. Because I still that's like Mistr Vibes was really of me capturing the fact that I was not a little Vibes, not this little kid, but I'm like this old dude who, it really depends on the vibe of the beat. It's not, has nothing to do with like if I call myself a rapper or a singer. I'm just like, play the beat. Some days I just the words come out differently.
Fucking vibes, nigga. Play the fucking beat. Fuck out of here, bro. I'm Mr. Vibes.
Right.
Out of here, but nah, bro. But bro, vibes. I think that whoever watches this, bro, is gonna get such a great perspective on you, bro, and it's gonna make them love you all the much more, bro. Like a lot of shit, like a lot of the insight that, like, you know, you watched here today, bro. I had no idea, but obviously, like, I don't know how I would, but like, it's just dope to hear that from you, man, and just see how you evolved as an artist, as a person, bro. Like, I'm super proud of you, bro.
Thanks,
like
bro.
it's fucking
it,
awesome.
Bro.
But thank you so much for taking the time, man, for you know,
bro.
stopping by. This is you know, the part of the pod where the floor is yours, man. Anything that you want to promote, you know, performances, you know, songs, and like, we'll know where they can find you out on IG, you know, stuff like that. But my man, thank you so much for taking the time.
For sure,
and
bro.
I appreciate you, bro. Thank you, man.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
So my name is Mistr Vibes, like you said. There's no Ian Mr. You can find me on any platform. I have 2 songs out right now that are part of this new sound that I'm going for. I consider it belt music, and the 3rd song's coming out in the next month or so. It's going to be the completion of like a 3-song sample, what the next project's going to be like, which is just me delving into this one type of sound for a whole compilation of songs. And I'm performing this month with a stacked lineup at Forge Urban Winery in June 26th. Follow me on Instagram. I'll be posting about it. And then next month, I open up for Pop Baby at Mr. Small's July 17th. Just follow me, and I'll tell you when that is. And then I headline my first show at the Forge Urban Winery on August 17th.
There you go. Wow,
so keep a lookout for that. That's going to be a great experience. That's exactly what it's going to be. It's an experience. So,
what's your IG handle?
Mistr Vibes.
Oh man, all right, you got Mr. Vibes in the building, man. Thank you so much again, bro. MIC Podcast episode 120, where everyone is a master of their own creation. Mr. Vibes in the fucking building, and we're out, bro. Peace.